For a project that I'm working on, I need a fair bit of dirt. I'm not gonna show you the project just yet, I'm gonna wait for a bit more. I do have here like 5 boxes and I have maybe another 2 boxes somewhere else. But for the project that I'm working on, I need somewhere around 120 boxes, which, you know, is a bit more. Now, I'm not gonna get anywhere by just collecting it by hand. So instead, what I am going to do is to make a dirt generator. That's not something a lot of people need to do. Few people need 120 boxes of dirt, but it is something that is possible. I can't fully automate it, but I can mostly automate it. I can minimize the amount of input I need. The idea is to use something like a sand duper to dupe gravel, which I then can craft with dirt into coarse dirt, and I can then hoe the dirt to make regular dirt. And that's kind of the process. Now what I want to do is to make a piston that pushes it into exploding chamber or whatever, and I want basically to do something like this. Actually, let me jump into creative to design something there. That would be easier. Okay, what's the chances this actually works? Of course. Let me... Nah, okay, it really doesn't work. Actually, what? Is this not coarse dirt? Why is it not working? Do I have to... What? Is it because of the button? Okay, that's already a problem. I wanted to make it so the button can make me place another block there. Maybe if I dig down just a bit. Okay, let's try now. Still nothing. Okay, I need a slower timer. Okay, so this seems to be just the right speed. You do need to catch it a bit. I mean, it doesn't work every time. If I stop and then try again, it seems that I'm catching it. Sometimes if you are out of place a bit, out of time, it's not gonna work, so you need to reset, like a lot of other farms. That's something that often happens with farms in Minecraft. Let me just try this again to check if it works on every block. It seems to work on every block, so... And it would seem that it works just fine. I did a F3T trick to AFK it a bit, and it seems to basically work every time as long as you catch it in the right tempo. Okay, so basically I have to move this over to my survival world and build basically this, maybe a bit longer. I actually don't have to build a lot. How far will TNT destroy this? If I place it all the way out here, maybe here, yeah, and light it. After a bit of testing, it will seem that it doesn't go past 6 blocks. So this is about how much space I need, and maybe a few more, because I don't really want to leave this much space between the two things, although, you know, I might. Anyway, back to survival now. And here we are in the end. These are generating gravel, and I think I wanna build that thing somewhere around there to make use of the TNT duper that I have up here and the collection system that I have down there. The explosion platform is here. Why is this backed up? Was that not running while this was... whatever. Maybe I'm gonna feed it from this direction. That seems a bit about right. That way it's not gonna interfere with anything, and if I build it in this corner it should have no problem with these two things, although maybe I should build it on the other way. I don't know. Will this be able to run while the concrete generator is running? Because I will be needing some more concrete for some other projects, so it would be ideal. Generally speaking, this only needs 2 or 3 stripes. It doesn't need all of this one, like this one only needs 3. So yeah, this is gonna eventually blow up, and yeah, if I build it around here, there should be really no problem. Let me get some building mats, and here we are, and I think that's actually it. I'm not sure. Did I bring any dirt? Don't tell me I didn't. There seems to be a bit there, okay. Whew. Oh, I forgot to put a dispenser somewhere here. Can I wire it up to... I don't know. This, maybe? If I put a repeater here, and do I have any dispenser or dropper or anything? Dropper, perfect. And let's see if this works. Perfect. What is that and why did it explode? Let's pretend that I broke that at some point and let's move on. Hi. What? You want some of this, motherfucker? Come on. Hi. I'm waiting for you. This is about all the coarse dirt that I can craft at the moment. Let's see if this contraption actually works. Where are my hoes? As in farming equipment, not... you forget it. I have to be a block lower, don't I? Do I have a bucket of water? I have a bucket. What about water? I'm just gonna place ice block. Let's hope that won't break any systems down there, though that would... Was that not ice? It's ice. What's the problem here? Not here, actually. We should go that way. Okay, so this turned into water. Why didn't that? Minecraft. Okay, now we should actually be ready to try this. Do I just have to get the tempo right? Hey, there you go. And. Do I have too much lag for this? I'm gonna turn off the recording and test it. Okay, for some reasons that I do not understand, this is unreliable as all hell. It's relatively lossless. I don't think I've lost all that many items, if at all. But this is how much dirt was converted. So I'm gonna go back to creative and try to figure out a system that works based on detectors, I think, on observers. I have to do some form of a counter that will only push it after it was converted. Because, I don't know, maybe it's the lag, maybe it's my PC, maybe it's all the stuff that's actually going on around here, but it is not reliable. So I will go back to the drawing board. I'm not even going to tell you how much this took me, partly because I am ashamed. The basic idea is that this observer here will detect when the block is placed, then it will detect when it's converted. Unfortunately, it can also detect when it's turned into farmland, which you can do if the block stays there for too long. That doesn't happen when the world is laggy, but in here it happens, so I'm trying to make it bulletproof, so I needed to somehow fix that as well. And then the problem is that it also detects the piston firing twice, or at least the block being pulled away once if it's pulled away, not pushed. So what I have here is an item going back and forth. This will only move it up to here and then to here, because this is these two are the ones that it can power, and then this one that will detect when the piston fires is the one that will move it from here to here and from here to here. After this one is finished and the item gets here, this will be detected, the piston will push, right, yeah, it comes from here, it will push the piston, then what will happen is that it will unpower, which will make this fire again, which will move the item again from here to here and then to here to here. Okay, good God. And then the problem is that if I place the block too soon, it will mess this up. So what I have here in the back is a system that will pull down that block until basically the machine is ready to go again. So I place, I hoe, moves, the block goes down, and then it comes back up when the machine is ready to take another block. This is slow, but it works better for my world because that area is laggy and there's usually a whole lot of machines going on. So with this you can at the very least be sure that it will not fail and only convert 10% of the dirt you give it, which for me it was a problem. From here you can just push it into a regular blasting chamber or whatever you need. Now let's hope that this also works on my world and that this wasn't a waste of time. Okay, I think I have managed to replicate it over here. I also made the system, I totally stole it from Irmango, to push the dirt there when it comes here, and I haven't built the wall there yet, although I can do that fairly quick. And let me test first if this works. Okay, so I have that, I have this, and now place. I don't have an item in the system, do I? Okay, let's try this. Okay, something hasn't worked. Why is the item still here? Because I have not hooked this up. Okay, that seems like an easy enough fix. And I have to... Okay, it seems to work. Let me see if I can place a block down here. I hope that's where I need that block. And this cuts off, but I can... okay. If you're wondering, I can't run the line this way, so I have to kind of come around, because if I come straight, it's gonna activate the piston when this fires. So that's a problem. Okay, we have run into an issue. There was supposed to be a repeater there, I think. Oh yeah, I remember there was a repeater there, which I actually put, and I remember thinking, man, I don't know why this repeater is here, but there's probably a reason. I have any repeaters left. Why is this? Oh, okay, it hasn't triggered. I'll be back when I understand what's going on. Okay, I seem to have fixed the issues. Oh, and by the way, this did not work, I don't know why, so I've made a system that pushes it around and down so that it's also in a better position for the explosion. Although this wasn't working, sometimes it just didn't trigger and it would keep backing up and it didn't go anywhere, so I had to change up that. And I still have a weird problem, which is that sometimes this doesn't fire. The problem before was that this wasn't firing and then that one wasn't firing, that now is. This one I changed up the wiring. For that one I didn't, so I don't know why that works now. And a problem that I have is that the ticks seems to be, they're still too fast for the item to get here before this ticks. So in case like 1 in 5 when the item is still not here when it needs to fire, I've made this system that will, a while after the first tick, it will tick again, and it seems to be working. I just cleared out all of the dirt from the system, and I'm gonna try to run this for a little bit longer, and let's see how reliable this is. Okay, I have just under 10 stacks of cursed dirt. Let's see how many I will get in the system afterwards. And it would seem that it works. That's a bit more than I thought there will be. I did run at some, and there's more of it. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. But at some point I did run out of hose, and I've placed a bit, I don't know how much coarse dirt, and the system does break it even if it's not hoed, because let's not get into it. Anyway, I think it's fine. I'm gonna give it another go with diamond ones, because they're very cheap actually. I just buy them from villagers with like 1 emerald a pop, so that's not too bad. I'm gonna try it once more and see what the results are. Okay, this time I have just under 2 rows. Let's see this time how this works. I will actually decommission this, because the system doesn't actually get stuck even if the second pulse comes too fast for the item to be in this dropper when it fires, because that observer will see the block being placed and then hold, but then the block will get into farmland, which eventually turns back into regular dirt, which does actually activate this observer. That was my attempt on trying to make it a little bit more efficient and faster, but I've said before, I think I've said it, that my point with this thing is to make it as reliable as possible. So I will go back to the system with just detecting this. Okay, okay, here's the rest. I mean, this is basically it, right? There's no coarse dirt, but it did take a fair bit of time, and I think I ran through like 2.5 holes, which is quite a bit. It's not that much, but it is a bit. And the problem is that this keeps jamming, and I do think I have a fix for that. And now for what I hope to be the last modification that I add to this system. I've added this piston here, that when the block there hasn't moved in a while, I take the input from this one here, which is the piston that pushed down the stuff, which is activated by the piston that, you get the idea. When that hasn't fired in a while, this clock is released, and what that does is that this piston here will go up and down, making the farmland there turn back into dirt, which I can then turn back into farmland, which will set another tick to that observer that will move the items along, because it gets stuck at some point. I'm not sure entirely why. I think it has something to do with the order of the things that actually get updated in the chain. Either way, yeah, the signals come from here and it activates this piston, and this is basically pulse extender that after a while will stop. And let's see if this works how I hope it should. Coarse dirt, come on, hoe. Okay, I place it here, hoe it, and it fired. Okay, that keeps firing. Why does that keep firing? The system itself works. Did I forget? No, it's there. If I break it... For the life of me, I don't understand what just happened. Why is this not working? I genuinely don't understand. With 2 it works, right? Okay, so with 2 it works, with 3 it does not. What if I turn it the other way around? Okay, so it doesn't work. I've got no clue why. What if I activate it sooner? Come on. Okay, so this vaguely works. If I add this here, I'm not sure if 1 is enough. I might actually need to move that repeater somewhere else. Where does the pulse come from? This sends it, so it's from here. Is this gonna completely break it? Yes, it is. And if I place it the other way, it's gonna break it as well, right? Hey, it's not stupid if it works, right? Can I... Actually, I'm gonna move this one here. Maybe this will work. It will not. Yeah, okay. It will stay here. And this should be just about all the change that I need to make for this to be running. Okay. Let's test it just for a little bit here, and let's see. Okay, it works just fine now, and in case it fails, the block, the thing up top will help me out, right? Okay, and that's not a long time to wait for this to get ungemmed as opposed to how much time the farmland needs. Yeah, okay, and it automatically immediately turns it back. And with this the machine should be done. I still think I get a bit of lossage there, but it's nothing to write home about. So I think I'm gonna get some more house, and I declare this project done.